Kal, thank you so much for joining us here today. We're at PDAC, the mining show in Toronto. Give us first impressions of the show so far.
The show is very busy. It's brisk, and I think it's has a really good energy, just like last year. But I think even more so now, especially with marijuana stocks and the cannabis and cryptocurrencies and the juniors, rising. So I think it bleeds right into the PDAC conference. A lot of companies are involved in blockchain technology that is related to resources.
And actually, you're giving a talk here at the show about gold versus crypto.
Right.
Give our viewers a bit of an insight into your thesis.
I'm not a politician, so I'll give you an honest opinion. Gold generally does really well when the economy doesn't do well and when the stock market doesn't do well. My thesis is, my narrative is related to the fact that cryptos do well. I mean, it's a short history of cryptos as well. It just recently began. But the underpinning is, we saw a few weeks ago, that when the stock market dropped, so did Bitcoin from 11,000 in the 7,000s. And then when the stock market started ascending again, so did Bitcoin. And I believe that's going to be tied together, is cryptocurrencies and the stock market. And my view in the stock market is not that fashionable, in the sense that I don't think it's going to be rising for quite a bit longer. I believe in the next 2 or 3 years we're going to see a deep recession, and I think cryptocurrencies will follow. But the short term, I think it's going to be pretty good, but I think in the longer term, when the economy does falter, or if it does falter, as I think it will, gold and precious metals is where you want to be. Now, there's a range bound of gold and silver, okay? But cryptos can go up, at $2,000 or $3,000 a day for Bitcoin's case, and falter as well. It's very bipolar.
Do you have a price target on gold? Where do you see it headed over the next little while?
I think in the next 2 years we'll see above $2,000 an ounce.
Okay.
And not only that, but I think silver is lagging behind. It's an 80-to-1 ratio right now. And that means one of two things: either gold's overvalued or silver's undervalued. And I believe that silver is undervalued, and also gold is undervalued. So it could mean three things, but in this case, silver is grossly undervalued.
What about some particular stocks that you like, Kal? Can you give us a bit of insight into that?
The one company I'm working at this point exclusively with, so I am getting paid by them, I do own shares in them, is my favorite company, is MGX Minerals. And they are not in the crypto space or the gold space, but rather in the lithium space. And they have a technology that we're still officially proving up 100%, but it takes lithium from oil brine within 24 hours, whereas the latest technology with solar is about 19 months or so to take out the lithium, and it also purifies water in the process. So it's all improving up. I believe if we can sign some major deals, which I believe the company's working on, as according to the press releases, then we'll see a really good ascension for the stock. So I started with them in my newsletter about 2.5 to 3 years ago. Stock was between 15 to 50 cents.
Yeah.
It went up to about 280 last year, and now it's trading at about $1.40, $1.50 after falling around under a dollar or so. But the time is coming, I believe, for disruptive technologies that like MGX has, because it also helps the environment.
And so, Kal, where can our viewers go to learn more about the Junior Gold Report?
Well, that's easy, juniorgoldreport.com.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for your time.